support that was ordered as part of that divorce decree was $2,059 a month. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, and I think that this is a contested matter on the issue of modification. I think the testimony will show that there's one minor child remaining in the order, and that child is due to graduate in a week from now. So we'll be emancipated. And the request is that the modification go back to the data service. If I may call Ms. Smitherman. Ma'am, you're the mother of the children before the court?
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time, we're modifying your final divorce decree that was rendered on or about April 6, 2012.
Yes, ma'am.
At the time of the divorce, you and Mr. Moore had 3 minor children?
Yes, ma'am.
And currently there's just one minor child remaining?
Yes, ma'am.
And so support has continued, or the support that was ordered as part of that divorce decree was $2,059 a month. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And that obligation has continued to accrue and is the current obligation that will terminate as of this month?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're asking the court to just say, or that there should be no modification because the obligation will terminate by operation of law when the child emancipates?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. You may call your next witness.
I'll call Mr. Moore. Mr. Moore, you are the obligor person in order to pay child support in this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
And you actually requested this modification?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you live, sir?
Georgia.
Okay. And how long have you been in Georgia?
Since 2017.
Are you currently employed, Mr. Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are you working?
I work for a restaurant chain called Marietta Family Restaurants.
How long have you been employed there?
Since 2018, I believe.
And what's your current title or role?
So I still go back. Majority of the time, I'm just like an assistant manager.
I'm sorry, you cut out for a moment.
I said I'm primarily an assistant manager.
Are you paid by hour or are you paid a salary?
Hourly.
How much do you make an hour?
I think it's $18 an hour.
$18 an hour. Do you have an opportunity to get some overtime?
Oh, I'm always overtime. So okay. Yes.
Did we have an opportunity to look at your wages and it was determined that you make $4,000 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Through your employer, your restaurant employer?
Yes, ma'am.
You also have $524 that you're receiving from the VA. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
How much is that?
$524. And is that retirement, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
As well, you get VA disability of $562 a month?
Yes, ma'am, roughly. It fluctuates, but around that amount.
So that's a total resources of $5,086. You don't dispute that?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any other minor children, Mr. Moore?
I do. I have one. He's 1 year old. Okay.
And do you have health and dental vision insurance for the children through your employer?
Yes, ma'am. Well, not through my employer. I got it through the military.
Okay. And the percentage that you're paying for this child, is it $529.20?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And based on those figures, we had an opportunity to calculate a guideline amount of child support of $718 a month. It's your request to the court to modify the obligation that accrued for May, to modify that back to when you were served in January of 2024. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Pass the witness, Your Honor.
Okay. Give me one moment to look at the order. Okay. The state doesn't represent either of you, so I'm going to give you both a chance to speak. If there's something else you think I need to hear to make my ruling. Ms. Smitherman, is there anything you'd like to say?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Moore, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I had question about the arrears, but I don't know if that's something that is something to discuss now or.
Does not appear to be before me today. Confirm
Okay.
arrears.
Fine.
And sir, how long, you said you've had this job since 2018?
Yes, ma'am.
I am going to modify the child support. Been more than a year since the prior order. And the child support will vary by more than $100 a month. So I'm going to modify the child support that's accruing on the first of every month. I'm going to modify the child support to $718 per month, beginning February 1st of 2024, and then monthly after. He will also be ordered, I'm not sure what the prior order said, to provide the insurance through the military. And so the Attorney General's office will draft an order based on my ruling today, send it to me to review and sign off on the new order. Unless anyone has any questions about this.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and good luck with everything. Congratulations. I guess you have a.
Thank you. I guess I better get to work.
You're probably going to walk away and say, I'm the one that's rude, but I'm not trying to be rude with you, but we need to be able to hear each other. All I heard you say was, I got 13 kids. My child support on those kids is going to be affected because I might be put on child support here. Obviously, this is a child support court. So we're going to be doing some kind of child support.
You twist my words. First of all, I didn't say I didn't want to pay child support. I said I want to know if she's my child while I'm paying child support. I just don't want to pay child support for a child that is not mine. Will you?